Hey guys, Rob here. Thanks for joining me again. So I'm back on a trail system that I haven't done in a very long time, and I want to try to complete the entire thing today. It's a 5-mile loop, so it shouldn't take very long. But I really love this trail here. The terrain changes so much. It's such a nice place, and I can't wait to show you guys. So you guys, part of the reason I'm out here is, for one, obviously I enjoy being out here, but also two, I've never completed any of the trails in my area. I'll go out and I'll hike miles in and I'll camp and then I'll hike out, but I've never actually completed any of them. However, I have probably racked up about 500 miles or so since I started hiking. So I've been out a lot. I just never really completed anything. So this year I want to change that. I want to start completing the trails around me and checking those off the box. But I'm just looking here because it looks like I can still see the water. But yeah, so this trail is really great. The terrain changes so much, and I have a new cook system that I want to try out. So you guys will get to see that. And it's an ultralight system, lighter than my other one, and it's going to be more so for like day hikes or when I want to move faster. That way I don't have to carry too much gear. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it. So right now it's about 85, maybe 87 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 89 today. I think it's at like 3-mile-an-hour wind. So another hot day here as usual, which is nothing really to complain about. I mean, what do you expect? You live in Florida, it's the summertime. Get over it, you know? So that's how I look at it. I just deal with it, get out, enjoy the scenery, and you know, life is good. Guys, if you guys are coming out on a trip, I always strongly suggest that you pack extra water. So this is a 5-mile loop, and I've done way more than that in a day. But I've got 3.5 liters of water with me because I like to stay hydrated. I don't want to get headaches. I don't want to start feeling funny. This is nice. Let me show you this. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say how the trail here, the terrain and everything changes so much. So we just went through all that heavy canopy, and then now look, it's kind of open, and it's kind of back and forth through this trail from what I've done of it so far. So anyway, bring extra water, hydrate yourself. So I'm carrying my pack with my camera gear. Base weight is at 9.9 pounds, or 9 pounds, 9 ounces. And it's a long roadway. We gotta go this way. So 9.9 pounds, and then after I added water and a little bit of food for some lunch to test out the new stove setup, that put me right at 20 pounds 5 ounces, I think. So I'm gonna say at least 7-8 pounds worth of water, which is good. You stay hydrated, you can hike longer, you're not gonna have any issues. Just always bring at least 1 or 2 extra bottles with you, just in case, especially if you go out with other people, because sometimes they'll underpack and you might have to give them a little bit extra water. So always pack just a little bit more water than what you think you need, unless you have a water source nearby and you are comfortable collecting water from that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Back to the trail. So it looks like the terrain is changing up a bit more. It's starting to get more like woodland, not as open as where I just was. This nice oak tree right here. Wonder how old that tree is. It's got to be at least 100 years old, at least. It's like a random bike just sitting there. This is probably for maybe water collection. So this trail here, the main loop is like 5 miles, and then there's another portion of it, I think that's about 2 or 3 miles, and then if you want to go more, there's another section that cuts out, I think, another 5. So depending on what the time is today, what I'm thinking is we get to the spot where we can do an extra 3, because that's really cool and I want to show you guys some of the things there, or we just finish it out with just a 5. It all depends on the time, because I do have to pick up my kids from school, so I am on like a little bit of a timer. But this place is great. I've never been to this part of the trail before, and honestly guys, like my future videos, I wanted to start doing more stealth camping, so this is a possibility. Really good one. I'm gonna show you guys back up in here. Like, look at that. That looks pretty sweet. Good chance to do some stealth camping in this place in the near future. I mean, this looks awesome. Got a nice big canopy above us. Shaded, it feels really cool back here. This would be a really nice area to set up a ridge line with a tarp. I mean, yeah, the trail is right back there, probably maybe 40 yards away, but there's other areas back here I'm sure you can tuck back deeper in, you know, where you're not so seen. And then if you come out here late in the evening, no one's going to be out here. There's no gate to this place, so you can pretty much come and go as you want. Just leave no trace. Massive oak tree. thick jungle through here. I feel like I'm in the Amazon looking out this way. Big canal back there. I tell you one thing, you slip down there, you're not getting back up. You'll have to try to go across to the other side, and that embankment looks just as steep. So if you slipped on this here sand, you'd definitely be down there struggling. I think that's probably about a 25-foot drop. It's like a whole bunch of cypress trees here. Tight space. Have to kneel down, get through there. So normally when I do this trail, I come from that direction there and I come this way. But that was the first time that I actually came from the other way around, all the way through. So this continues more this way here. It's a pretty cool little bridge up ahead. It's fun to walk over. And I'm gonna check the time and see if I want to put on that extra 3 miles onto the trip today, which would make for a total of about 8 miles. Come down here. I haven't been here in so long. It looks so different. Oh, the bridge is gone. No. But there used to be a bridge, and now it's gone, which really is really upsetting. You guys can see right here. Here's part of the bridge, and it went all the way across. And then the trail continued. There was so much cool stuff on the other side there, and now it's impossible to get to from here. That's a real bummer. I was really looking forward to that. I was gonna make my lunch on the other side there because there were some really cool spots where you can look down and see the water, but now it looks like that can't be done. All right, so since we can't have lunch at the spot I wanted to because the bridge is down, which I have no idea why that even happened. It looks like they took it down. It doesn't look like it fell apart, which really stinks because there's more trail that runs through there with other like boardwalks and stuff over water. And then the trail continues out, way out to the other side. There's another way to get into it from the other side of town. So I don't know, maybe they're just trying to make this trail like by itself. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to some areas I found that were flat and breezy, and we'll have lunch there and discuss a couple of upcoming things for the channel here, and I'll get back to you guys. Tell you guys, there's nothing like having a nice chair to sit on. Take all that pressure off your back and your legs. I'll never ever go backpacking without a chair. All right, so I'm just gonna get all my stuff out, make lunch, and I'm gonna show you guys my new cooking setup here. So I ordered a new titanium pot. Let's bring this camera in closer so y'all can see better. So I ordered a new pot. It came with this really nice sleeve. This is a Toaks titanium 750 milliliter, and I didn't want to go with the 550 or the 600 because I just felt like I might not have enough room to put my stove in here. And this is just going to be like an ultralight setup for, you know, short trips like this, or just when I don't feel like cooking actual food. Now, one thing I want to mention, guys, is like I can't I've eaten so many Mountain House meals that it's just like starting to get kind of bland, if you know what I mean, to where that's the reason why I like to cook on trails, just because I feel like the food is more gourmet, it's more enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm eating just like fake food. Mountain House meals are great. I mean, I'm sure there's other options out there, but I've just eaten too many of them, and I like to do a lot of cooking at home. So I feel like that's something that I enjoy. It's one of my hobbies, so I take it on trail with me as well. So you're not going to see any Mountain House meal in today's video. For lunch, I bought some spicy ramen I'm going to try out for the first time. Got a can of chicken here, and some of the dehydrated vegetables from like a different ramen. My kids don't eat them, but I like to add this to some of my meals. So that's going to be today's lunch. And then back to the stove here. The Toaks titanium comes with a really nice lid. And the lid, the handle can actually stay up right there, so that's pretty cool. And then inside I just have some salt and pepper. I've got my stove here. This is a cheap $10–12 stove that I bought when I first got into prepping, which is what ultimately led me into backpacking. And this I purchased probably about, I'm thinking close to 7 years ago. So this little stove has always been awesome. I have no reason to swap it out. What I like about it is that it has the igniter on here, so I don't necessarily need to carry a lighter. It's just more convenient. Put it on the gas canister, pop it, and now you got your flame. But that stove is worked out. I've used it a bunch of times. And then I have a small 110 gram isobutane canister. This is a full can. And then I have, what is this, an MSR? Can't remember what brand this is. GSI, I think. Outdoors. Fuel canister stand. That's for uneven ground terrain. Doesn't weigh anything. Fits in here perfect. Helps keep the can from rattling around, so I add it. And then this is the pot here. Comes with two nice grab handles on it. This is honestly perfect. You could do 25 ounces of water. So if I had to purify some water for drinking, this would be enough. And what I like about the titanium is that the pots cool down very quickly. So this is my ultralight setup. I'm gonna go ahead and get lunch fired up. You guys got to pick up some of that spicy ramen. It's extremely good. That was my first time having this right here. Definitely will be bringing this on another trip. So guys, I just want to go over a couple of things to the channel here. I haven't been kayak fishing much because I don't have SUV to transport my kayak anymore at the moment. So all the kayak camping stuff is going to be on hold. I'll get back to that as soon as I can get another SUV. So for now, what I want to really hone in on is more camping, hiking, fishing, stuff like this, primitive stuff preferably. And even so I really want to try to do some more stealth camping in other areas. This place might be a good place to try one out. But yeah, some more stealth camping, camouflage stuff, bug out style videos. So that way, you know, we can all learn from it and see what kind of works out better, what doesn't work. Really want to do more camping stuff. It's really enjoyable. So you guys leave me your thoughts. What do you guys want to see? And you know, as long as it's within those lines of activities, you know, we'll put something together. It's going to be enjoyable to watch. But yeah, comment down below. I'd like to hear back from you guys on the videos. It's a new channel. We're at like 640 subscribers last I checked, so it's doing pretty well. And I always appreciate everybody's support by hitting the like button, subscribing and everything, showing love. But please leave me feedback. The feedback is super important, because then I know what I need to be doing, or maybe even tips. Some of you guys have more experience than I do, so leave your comments down below. I appreciate it. The breeze feels great right now. That little break I took was perfect. Cooled off my back. Nice bit of shade. The ramen was really good. Had a protein bar for dessert. And everything packed up and off to finish off the rest of this trail. I think the rest of it's going to be pretty open terrain. It's not going to be so much cover like the first part was. So we'll see, but I'm going to finish it and I'll get back with you guys in a few. GoPro battery's almost dead and I forgot to bring a USB-C recharger cable, so my fault. All right, so things are not really making sense on this here trail map. I thought I was going to have to walk all this, but then when I'm looking at the map, it's like I'm walking parallel to it. So I just found this little cut right here in front of me, and there might be a pathway, so I'm gonna walk down there and see, but I don't see any trailblazers or anything. So I don't want to walk this whole thing down to the end to find out that there's no way to cut it back in. So I'm gonna look at this and see what's going on here, but a little bit weird with the construction and stuff that's been going on. Like that right there looks like a little pathway, but you know, for all I know, it's a game trail pathway. That. This looks pretty used, so it's either human pathway or game trail. So I'm gonna come down here a little bit and just try to look for a trailblaze. Hopefully get back on track, because this looks about, man, it's so weird. It's so weird here on the map. Like, see where I am? So it's like that hill is the actual pathway, but you can't walk that. It's all thick grass. So I have no idea. This might be a good spot to set up a camp though. It's nice and open back here. All right, so I decided I'm just gonna walk on this here, like, shoulder, I guess you can call it, all the way down to the end. I looked at a satellite image and it looks like there's like a roadway that goes out, a dirt roadway, and brings me back to the trailhead. So I'm just gonna take my chances coming out, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. All right, so it looks like we're getting to the area where I have to turn right to continue on. It looks like I see a little pathway up ahead, just up over here. Yeah, so this is where I got to turn to go south. I got to take this down for, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile, and then make another right. There's all this high grass up ahead. I really don't want to be walking through this stuff. I did spray all my clothes down and all my gear with permethrin, but I do not like walking through this. But too far in to turn around. So as soon as I get out of this and get to an opening, I'm gonna check myself really well. There's nothing out here. Is there some water I gotta go through? Sure, at one point all of this right here is underwater. Just had a deer jump out in front of me. Scared the hell out of me. Big old deer, probably like a 150-pound deer. Made my heart freaking jump. It's literally like nothing out here. Look at this. It's just me, grass, insects. That's where I just came from back there. But up ahead, it's just like, I hope it kind of clears up a bit, just because I don't like walking in this tall grass, especially this time of year. I can hear a gator nearby. It is mating season right now, which is why in my last fishing video, if you guys watched that, I wasn't getting too close to the bank because that was like a real primitive spot, and the water is black. You just never know. Man, this is thick. All right, looks like we made it out of that. Oh. And that's where we just came from. Way out through those woods there, where it gets dark at, right there. We walked through all those woods. And then this is the pathway out of here. So I'm gonna stop in the shade real quick, give myself look over for ticks. Good look over for ticks. That was a lot of grass, and hopefully find none. I'll get right back to you guys. All right, so I just gave myself a real thorough inspection looking for ticks because the grass was very high. It's very overgrown back there. I can tell nobody's really been back there. There were a fresh set of boot prints back there, so at least somebody else has been back there, but I don't think most of the people doing this trail are even touching that. So no ticks. Pulled my water out. Gonna chug some of this right here. This is 1.5 liters, so I'm gonna kill at least half this because I haven't had water in a little bit. And then got like maybe just over a quarter mile before I get to the car. So I'll touch back with you guys when I get out of here. Just gonna talk to you guys real quick. It was a really good trail. I mean, really fun, different terrains and stuff, different environments. It was really cool. And like I said, I've done this trail a few times, but not the full thing. Usually just go one way, hang out, come back. I've done that a bunch of times, but it was fun doing the whole thing. Did for sure over 5 miles, but yeah, treat your clothes with permethrin if you can get your hands on it. Stuff is highly effective, and it just gives me a little bit more confidence when I'm out here. And a lot of times I go off trail sometimes, so it's just nice because I'm walking through all kinds of stuff. So having that permethrin in the clothes, I sprayed my boots, my socks, my pants, my shirt, my pack, all my gear, my chairs. I sprayed that all down, and that just gives me peace of mind for the ticks and other bugs as well. Something I might buy in the future is maybe just a small little bell, so that way it just rattles when I'm walking, because there's been a number of times that I've spooked some game animal and game animal has spooked me. So I think it'll do both of us a favor if they can hear me. What else? I pretty much drank all my water. I got maybe a liter left for this whole trip. Now if I was going farther, I would definitely conserve that water more, but since I knew I was only going to do 5 miles, maybe the 8, I packed a little bit extra. That way I'm good. But yeah, conserve your water. Try to do some research as to if you have water sources around you. Maybe you can filter some water or boil some water. Do research ahead of time. That way you know what's in the area, what to expect a little bit. What else? I mean, I think that's probably gonna cover everything. If you guys like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I appreciate all of you guys' support. I'll see you guys next time. Later.